Hello. What's good, y'all? This your guy, Mr. Rothstein Beats, and we right here on the Roth Talk podcast where we talk that talk, man. And tonight, we have a special treat tonight. We got my guy Chili Mack gonna be in the building, man. We got him cooking. What up, my guy Moon? You know we in the building, man. So listen, if you have not checked out my previous podcast, go on to YouTube, Talk Podcast on YouTube, and listen, we're gonna get this thing jumping. I got so many more fire guests on the way, so just be on the lookout for that. I'm telling you, we cooking. See my guy Chili in the building. He getting loaded up. What up? Shout out to Get Right Podcast. What up, though? Let's see. Oh, you spinning. Uh-oh. Oh, shit. You know? Let's see. This is I'm waiting. I ain't seen nothing yet. Oh, man. I forgot this guy. Damn it, man. Hold on. We know Chili is, in the secret location. So let me see if I can get him back in here. All right, let's try that again. Chili, see if you can come back in here, my guy. Hold on. Let's see. Damn, man. Oh, shit. There we go. Hello, my guy. Can you hear me?
You paused up.
Huh? Oh, now look, you going in and out. Can you hear me? Uh, all right. Yes, it's a little shaky right now, Chili, man. But we gonna try to make it cook. So it's like little, you like in and out. Can you hear me good though? Oh man. Hello? Damn it, I don't even see you on the screen no more. All right, hold on. We're getting a little better.
You said it's getting better?
There we go. Hold on. Yeah. Oh, damn it. Right when it was getting better, the shit fucked up. Damn it. It was sounding good. You was right there. I could see you. Everything. Damn it, man. So I should have known because we be having these issues on Clubhouse. So I should have known, Chili. Goddamn it. All right, hold on. Let's try this one more time, my guy. Let's see. Uh, hold on. Yo, man, your secret location. You in the bunker, man. Get out the bunker, Chili. You gonna have to get out the bunker and come back to the real world. Because the internet is not rocking with you over there. Mm-mm-mm. All right, so this is what we gonna do, my guy. We might have to just do a damn Zoom call. I don't know what we're gonna have to do because your internet is not rocking with you on this IG live. So, all right, man. So what we gonna do? We're gonna try one more time. Hopefully, let's see the internet gods give you some love. Let's see, you know what I'm saying? Because your background fire, you had got a nice ambiance in the background. So again, yeah, that's the AT&T. Yeah, y'all know AT&T when y'all AT&T when y'all see that, that's AT&T. You know that when your shit fucked up like that. So again, man, but while we waiting on my guy Chili to get, his situation together, man, I want to tell y'all, thank y'all for supporting the podcast. I'm actually in season 3 of the Roth Talk podcast. Shout out to Uncle Mike Frankie. He was my guest last week. Hey, look, he already knew, right? He already knew you had AT&T. So let's try this again, Chili, to see. You know what I mean? might have to leave the bunker. I told you, but shout out to Mike Frankie, the audio engineer that I had on last week on the Roth Talk podcast, and I got some more dope guests on the way, man. So that's why this guest is so dope. Because Chili, man, has done a lot of dope things in the industry. He's done things in the marijuana industry. He's done things in the political industry. And he done things on the radio side. So that's why I'm so like, yo, we got to make this interview happen right now because he got a lot of dope gems to drop right here on the podcast. So Chili, I accepted. I'm trying to invite you again. And let's see. Um, What's the updates you got on my side? Yo, well, yeah, shit. Y'all can ask me questions while we waiting on my guy pulling up. So yeah, man, what's new with me, man? Shoot, what I could talk about, man, is working on a project, my own project. I'm working on my artist making beat project. Shout out to my guy Moon. You know what I'm saying? He on the project. Hello, we cooking. Um, is why you got 4 bars. I know, bro. I don't know what it is. All right, just try to pull back up, my guy. Um, but yeah, we working on a couple projects. I'm actually working on an event. This that's gonna be coming up. What up, Paul? Um, Actually, I can give y'all this information. September 7th of this year, September 7th, I'm having Beats and Rhymes with Rothstein Beats. We getting in the studio. So if you are somebody who cook, produce, engineer, songwrite, a vocalist. We will be live in Virginia Beach at Soul Haven Studios, and that is September 7th. So I'm telling y'all that early. So if you out of town, pull up on me because we cooking. And this is the first one I'm going to be doing. It's going to be in Virginia Beach. Then after that, I will be going to Atlanta. I will be going to Charlotte. I will be going to Vegas. Goddamn, you know, I gotta go pull up on the city, LA, because you know they already know my guy Urko, who's been cooking. So let's see. You there, Chili? Damn, bro. Shit, damn it. Goddamn 2024. How our shit ain't working? It's 2024. What kind of shit is that? God damn it. Hey, nothing should be going wrong. God damn it, the 20. What up? For sure, for sure. I'm gonna let y'all know. I'm gonna definitely be in Charlotte. Damn it, man. So yeah, man. But we gonna have to reschedule this interview if Chili can't get AT&T together over there because they tripping. And you pay a lot of money for your shit not to work. So again, cuss them out. So again, Ukraine Wi-Fi service. Damn it. They got his shit. He live in a bunker, but he live out in the country. So, you know, yeah. Yeah, he been trying to connect for the last couple minutes, man. But while he trying to get the stuff, we still gonna try, Chili. We're gonna keep hope alive. We're gonna keep hope alive, goddamn it. We ain't giving up. Don't give up. So try again, Chili. You know, maybe you got to go to another room. Even if you got to go outside to the car, it don't matter because it's really just about what you got to say. Because I love the background. I'm jealous as fuck. That ain't my background. But you might have to go outside, my guy. You might have. So again, I might have to change my goddamn setup to a green couch because you know that I need my shit. You know what I mean, chilling like that. But anyway, I'm working on that too. Let's see. It's like the same picture every time he pull up. Yo, that shit is funny. You about to call in? All right, let me see. Yeah, go outside, Chili. Hey, we ain't worrying about the ambiance. You good? We really need to hear what you got to say. I look. I done podcast. People was actually in their goddamn car. You know what I'm saying? So we ain't bougie on this goddamn podcast. We is not bougie on this podcast. This is you know what I'm saying? The Roth Talk podcast where we talk that talk. So again, shout out to everybody who's been on the podcast, man. I've had the legendary Bob Sumner, co-creator Def Comedy Jam. I had the voice of BET, Mr. Paul Porter. I had platinum artist Tanisha Kelly, platinum producer Hannon Lane. Man, I'm telling you, I've had a lot of dope people up here. And then I had some people I regret, like having Keys on my podcast. Now let me stop playing. Shout out to my guy Keys. He's been on my podcast. But nah, it's been a lot of dope people. So Chili, let me know whenever you are back in this fact, matter of fact. And we're gonna try this thing one more time. We're not giving up, Chili. We're not giving up on you, my guy. I ain't got nowhere to be. Only thing I might do is just go smoke some Zy. So you know what I'm saying? I got you. I got you, bro. For sure. For sure. Those my family members right there. And they love to talk, man. Because the reason I created this podcast, for those who don't know, I run a room on Clubhouse called the Music Network and No Egos. And a lot of people like, yo, Roth, you need to do a podcast. You need to do a podcast. And you know what I mean? And so I just said, fuck it. I decided to jump in. And it was, 2020. There was, a lot of people chilling in the crib. So, I was able to get a lot of dope interviews. And I'm telling you, I had like once I was doing like 2 a week, you know what I mean? 1 a week. And then, I took a break. So I think total, I probably done about 40 something episodes or more. So, hey, I've been cooking. I've been cooking on the low. And then I had a company try to they wanted me to join their network, but they was trying to play me. So, so that's another thing. All right, Chili, let's try this again, my guy. This shit actually look different now. This shit. Let's see. I think we got connection, y'all. It's the same picture every time he pull up, man. What? What? I don't understand. It's the same picture every time he pull up. That must need to be your new profile picture because it's the same picture every time you pull up. So, all right, this is what we gonna do, Chili. This is what we gonna do, my guy. You probably can hear me. Hold on.
Yo.
There
Yeah.
we go. Oh shit! Hold on. Damn it! Went in and went out. I got him in the garage now. Damn it, Chili, you might have to go a little bit further out. God damn it, I don't know. Yo, this is hilarious, yo. This got to be my best podcast. Is it are y'all seeing this or is it my internet? I'm just making sure my internet ain't fucked up. Is it my internet fucked up or is his internet? No? Somebody comment in the chat, is my internet fucked up or is his internet? So that way I know I ain't tripping because I'm like, he was there, then he disappeared. Okay, I'm good. All right. Thank you. I'll just make sure my shit Gucci because you know what I'm saying. I paid my bill. You know what I'm saying? My bill paid. I paid my bill. All right, let's try this again. All right. All right, let's go. We crossing our fingers. Let's cross our fingers. Oh, hold on. Damn it, he was there. I'm quitting. All right, now. Hold on. We there? Walk out a little further. Chili, keep walking. You gotta you're almost there. You're like this close. You this close. You're almost there. He said like sprint. Oh man. We almost there, Chili. I heard 2 seconds. First it was 1 second. Chili, try one more time, my guy. Try one more. Don't give up, Chili. Chili, don't give up, my guy. We're gonna do this goddamn interview. We're gonna do this goddamn interview, Chili. So walk a little bit further. Keep walking. Or might have to run to the store. Go down to the corner store. Move out the trees because something is blocking your connection. And so I'm keeping all this for the podcast too. I'm just letting y'all know I ain't gonna edit none of this. All this is gonna be all this is gonna be in the podcast because Chili he's popping in and then it'll freeze. And then he'll pop in and then freeze. So Chili, god damn it, go get on the roof. Go to the roof. Go stand on your goddamn roof, and then got. He said Donnie getting him back. I know Donnie didn't cut the goddamn internet lines. So let's see. Come on. Oh my god. Here go Adam already cooking. Chili, you there? Hmm. Do, 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 do. Is he there? Damn it! God damn it, y'all. I mean, hey, should we give up hope? Should we give up hope, y'all? Y'all there? Y'all still there in there? Y'all still hanging in there with me? Y'all still hanging in there? We can do it. You can do it, Chili. I believe in you. Chili, is he there? Chili, can you hear me? It's the same picture Frozen. God damn, it's the same picture Frozen. Damn it. I know we're gonna have to do a Zoom. We're gonna have to do a goddamn Zoom. Because I'm over here. Damn it! All right. I need y'all to vote. I need y'all to vote. Should we give up now, or should I try again? So put try again in the chat if y'all think I should try again, or should y'all just put in if y'all just saying this because it's like I don't know what to do. Hold the antenna. Yeah, go get a wire hanger. Go get a wire hanger and stand on the roof, and then that shit. Damn it, Chilla, they came up. All these people came to see you. Goddamn, they came to see the podcast, and you just got goddamn. Listen, you got to. All right, so try again. Okay, they saying try again, Chili. Y'all saying try again. They believe in you, Chili. Moon cooking. So hey, all right, Chili. They believe in you. We look. The room is believing in you right now that we can make this podcast go down, man. Like we can't. Let's not give up hope, Chili. You're being negative right now, Chili. We need you to be positive right now. We doing this goddamn podcast because goddamn it, I'm not smoking side for this podcast. So we gonna do this goddamn podcast. We gonna do this goddamn. I don't care if you got to say one word at a time. You know what I'm saying? And so, all right, so Chili, we're gonna try one more time, and then what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna close, I'm gonna shut down, and then I'm gonna come back to the room. I'm gonna try to shut it down and close it. I know he got that Teddy Riley. He got the versus Teddy Riley going on right now. Damn it, shit. So, all right. Well, the people still believe they're still in here waiting to see if Chili. Got to do that shit like Jerry Springer. God damn it, Chili. God damn it. So again, I've been trying to make this thing happen for y'all, but again, go over to YouTube and check out my previous interviews of the Roth Talk podcast. So this right now is my best one. I thought Uncle Mike was my best one this year. This right here, my best one so far. Hold on. Chili. We have 4 seconds. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I can hear you now. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, can you? I can't. It's telling me I'm having trouble, but hold on. I'm taking my shit back inside. Can you see
There you
me?
go. I can see you now. It's a little pixelated. You look like a goddamn Roblox, but I can goddamn hear
You
you.
say I look like a robot. Y'all had me going out in the motherfucking garage and all kind of shit, man. It's too windy to be outside,
Yeah.
man.
Yes. We there. All right. Well, go back to where you was at because you good now.
I wasn't on the Wi-Fi. That was the problem. And this
Oh,
house is
okay.
brick, so you know you ain't getting no signal in here. I had to figure
There
that
we
shit
go.
out.
There we go. Now we good, my guy. Hey, man, everybody in the chat. Put a goddamn put a goddamn chili in the chat because he made it. Goddamn it, he made it. Come on, put chili in the chat because he made it. Goddamn it.
I ain't finna hold this phone. I'm finna put this shit on this motherfucking
Do what you
tripod.
gotta do, my guy.
Yes, sir. We in the thing. What's up, my guy?
What up, my guy? We up in here. Thank you. Slow clap, right? Goddamn.
Took a minute, right?
That's perseverance right there. I gotta drink something now, goddamn.
Hey.
You know. All right, let me get my interviewing back ready now, man, because we cooking.
I gotta get it back ready.
Yeah, let me get back to it. So yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another edition of the Roth Talk podcast, where we talk that talk, man. And tonight's guest is my guy, Chili Mack, in the building. So we about to talk that talk. So Chili, man, you know I always like to have my guests. I was gonna say my guests pull up and tell people who is Chili Mack for those who don't know. Just give us a brief breakdown who you are, my guy.
Cool. Let's see. I'm a father, a cannabis entrepreneur, brand builder, on-air radio personality, and music industry A&R. That would sum it up pretty good.
Hello, my guy. So we about to talk that talk tonight, man. So look, it's definitely gonna be worth the wait. So thank you to everybody who stuck by us during our little technical. We looking like verses with Teddy Riley, but we here. We back. We good. We good now.
I'm getting the Zod ready. You know,
Getting us already. Do what you do, my guy.
Yes,
So I try to keep it professional only when I'm doing this podcast. Goddamn it.
See, I'm the guest.
Yes.
So when team rules are when you the guest, you know, you can kind of, you know, do your thing, you know.
Hello.
But I'm on the other side of the table. I gotta play by the other side of the table.
You already know how I go to the now. That's why I had a guest, but then I got banned because me and the guest was smoking on goddamn camera. I said, goddamn it, I was like, shit, I came because the guest was smoking. I don't usually smoke because the guest was smoking. I smoke. So anyway, goddamn. So that's why now I just got to do it like this, so I don't smoke. Because now you making me goddamn want to get this on now. Hold on, Chili.
I'm
But
sorry,
anyway,
sir. I'm
no,
sorry.
it's all good. It's all good. So Chili, man. Let's take this thing to the beginning, my guy. Tell us about a young Chili Mack. Were you in church? Did you do music early? Were you in a group? Let's talk about like an elementary school Chili Mack. Like, let's talk about some of your early years.
So, man, so now we will be talking about we talking about the birth of the artist Chili Mack. Like,
let's go to the beginning. Let's go to young Chili Mack. What music was you listening to? Was it, you know, because some people was in church singing some. So just tell us what you was doing as a young Chili.
Okay. All right. So yeah, I mean, you know, come from a church family, right? But we kind of bounced around. So, you know, one church was like non-denominational, another one was Baptist, another one was this. So, you know, those style of churches is way different, right? And but the music came from like EPMD, NWA, Eric B. and Rakim, you know, Coogee Rap, like those were like my influences, my inspirations. But starting in music, you know, that was probably like around that 97, 98 year. And, you know, so I mean, we're talking about like, you know, Pac just died, Big just died, Big Pun either had just died or was about to pass. And, you know, so that was the real heavy influence, you know, at that time. So, yeah, I mean, you know, that's pretty much what I was listening to and what were the influences for me at that time.
Okay. All right. Now, were you ever in a group or anything as a young, like middle school? Did you have a group at all? Because back in the day, it was cool to be in a group. Now nobody want to be in a group.
So I did. I was in a group with one of my cousins and his friend. It was called the Native Sons because we all, you know, got some Native American in us. and so that was our group, and it was it was crazy. It was wild because there was a lot of jealousy in there. You know what I mean? Like everybody light skinned, everybody got light color eyes, and everybody girl thinks the other girl's boyfriend is cute. It just was some full fledged drama shit, and it never we got through like 8 songs, and then it just fizzled out. But it was the process of going through those 8 songs that really like made me decide that this was the direction that I wanted to go. So I mean, it worked out in the end.
Okay, all right. Well, let's talk about that moment when you really decided that you was gonna try to take this music thing serious. Let's talk about that moment where you was like, or your first. What inspired you to write your first rhyme? Like, let's talk about that moment right there.
So what inspired me to write my first rhyme, and that's taking it all the way back to like '89. Um,
Mm-hmm.
DJs back in the day, they used to, depending on what area you were in and what that the network was, DJs had certain times, late night or overnight, where they would play certain type of music that they couldn't play during, the morning, afternoon, and evening runs. And so they were doing this thing where they were playing, underground music, and they would always play this beat before they would go into that segment. So I recorded that beat on a cassette, and I made my own joint, but it was really me making fun of other rappers type of a shit, almost like some 50 Cent shit before 50 Cent shit. And then, one day that fucking Mobb Deep Quiet Storm shit came out, and that was the first time that I really wrote a serious rhyme. And that, I believe it was that beat, that song that really leapfrogged me to the artist songwriter stuff.
Okay, now do you remember any bars from it? You know what I'm saying? You remember any of those bars?
From '88?
Yeah, my guy, I want to hear what the flow was in '88. Was it the hip?
Oh, man.
Was it the hip hop? I told y'all suckers that I was the one. Was it like that? Was you more so on the lyrical?
Man, so I think the earliest rhyme I can remember is, and I can't even remember the rhyme, but oh man, no,
No, I know
I would,
you smoked a
I
lot.
would
I know
say,
you
I would
smoked a
say
lot.
mid '90s, man. I
Okay,
would
well
say,
give us something from mid '90s then. Let's give me
oh
something
wait, we
from just
rapping now?
a couple bars, just a
What's
couple
going
bars.
on here?
I just want like a bar or two. That's it. That's it.
Oh man, shit. I could, yeah, I wasn't prepared
All
for
right, all
nothing
right, all right. No, it's
like
good.
you.
It's good.
Yeah, I wasn't prepared for nothing like that. But I mean, so I got matter of fact. All right, I think I sent you some old shit.
Mhm.
So that's probably why you put me on the spot because I sent you that old. uh,
You know
but
that.
so shit.
All right, no. All right, so just think about it. We're gonna move on from the question. We're gonna move
Yeah,
on. All right.
yeah,
Because I put you on the
yeah.
spot. I put you on the spot. That's my bad. All right, I was just trying to see because some people can be like, "Hey, man, it was like it was a first rhyme." Now I can't remember mine, so maybe your memory better than mine. But
It was something like because it was on some empowerment shit. So it was something like back in the days the homies was down for something, but nowadays these brothers be down for nothing. So
mm,
it was on some bubblegummy type flow style, but typical shit.
okay, okay.
Yeah.
Well let's definitely get back talk about this '89 vibe. Let's talk about so '89.
Yep.
Let's talk about. Do you remember your style? What was your rapper name? Was your rapper name Chili Mac? Like let's talk about that.
So I didn't even have a rapper name way back then. I didn't actually get establish a rapper name until around '96, and so I had always been chill or chilly, but that converted into the artist, right? So that's when it was official, but I didn't start the rap as Chili. I started the rapper as Mr. Chill. And then that converted from Mr. Chill back to Chili Back, which was, always like the underground, street name or whatever. But the industry on the business side, they always knew me as Green Eyes because the vet told me I couldn't be a food name, no sexual reference name. So they just referred to me as Green Eyes back then.
Okay. All right. So you cooking up, you know what I mean? You didn't have a rapper name. So after that, let's talk about when did you start recording? What was the first time in the studio? Was that in the 90s or was that still in the 89 time frame?
First time. Okay, so we talking about just like recording some shit, or we talking about like a studio?
No, like what? Like was you cooking back in '89? Was you in the lab in '89, or was that later?
Nah, '89. I was making mixtapes and that kind of shit back then. I was real like creative, so I would make like speaker boxes and stereo console systems and shit. I was the dude, like, if somebody threw some shit away, I knew there were usable parts on this thing, so I'm gonna take this piece and I'm gonna put it with these other pieces and I'm gonna have my shit. So I was that guy. So I always played with sound. Growing up, in the church, when we got established, there was, always into the drums and guitar and stuff like that. So those roots and influences were there from that. But I didn't actually get into a studio until '97. And that was when I was in that group with my cousins, the Native Sons. So that was the first studio experience that I had, and I never thought that would be like a real defining moment, like where you have your inner rock star is gonna tell you when this is your moment, right? Or this is the path that you're supposed to be on. And that was the loudest that I heard my inner voice talk to me was the first time I got into a studio. So that would have been '97, March of '97 to be exact.
Nice. Okay. Well, we can keep the story cooking because we got a lot to talk about, and you know what I'm saying. So let's keep it cooking from '97. Y'all in the studio. Tell us about that experience, and then we can move on and go after high school and after that. Let's go. Hello.
Okay. So, well, I graduated in '94, so by then I'm already, post high school and post college, at that point. Actually, I finished '93 and finished that '97, so I'm post college at this point. And the experience was, how you see somebody do something and you think you can do it, right? But then you get the opportunity to do it and then you are like totally unsure of yourself. Exactly what we was talking about last night in the artist development class, right? That, that self-doubt, right? And then you start to, have those negative thoughts. But I went last on the first song. So I got to hear everybody else's shit. So there were certain points where I was like, yo, he came a little hard right there. Let me fix this right here. Oh, he came a little hard right there. Let me change up my cadence here. So by the time I got down, it was a whole different thing, and my confidence was in a totally different place. And I think that right there let me know that regardless of what somebody else is doing, I can still do doper shit. Even if they don't like it, to me, what I did, I felt was doper than what they did.
Okay. So all right. So y'all cooking in the stew. Did y'all release the project or did this project?
So egos and attitudes and stuff like that start playing a factor. One of the dudes had a baby with my third cousin, and he felt some kind of way, like he had some entitlements to be like this de facto leader because he was like a year older, but he wasn't the person putting up the money, and he wasn't the person making the beats, and he wasn't the person that was leading charge. And so anybody that came with him as far as like the support team, he tried to like do the Moses part of the Red Sea type shit. Me and my people gonna be over here, and you and your people gonna be over there, and so nothing ever came out. None of that shit ever came out. Nothing ever happened with that stuff.
Damn it, man.
I have no idea if any of that stuff still exists. To be honest with you, I have to ask my cousin. He might have something, but
Right.
I don't have none of it. But the moment where I was like, I'm really about to like do this shit, I had spent all this time working on this project, this solo project, and I didn't know anything about licensing beats. I didn't know anything about copywriting and publishing or any of this shit, right? I'm just thinking, I can find my beats, make my songs, put my shit out, and make some money. And when the two engineers at the studio, well, they weren't even engineers, they were actual producers. One of them is Roth, and the other one is Ski. And, they let me know, hey, look, I mean, you're doing some good shit, but you're going about this all wrong. And then I had this other cousin, and he was doing his thing, had his money right, you know what I mean? And I'm like, how in the fuck is he doing that? Like, this is me saying this, and I said it to him and everybody in his family, but I'm like, how in the fuck is he doing that? I'm 100 times better than that shit. And so that was I'm really gonna do this shit.
You said, you like, hold on, man, this some bull.
Yeah, we ended up becoming a group, which was crazy in itself. And then, that's when the business started kicking in and people started stealing money. And we went on this tour, and we ended up getting left in damn South Carolina. Like it was wild, man.
Damn.
It was wild. So yeah.
Okay, so that was your first intro to the music industry of really seeing how this thing is running. Okay, all right. Well, let's keep the story going after that. So what was the next thing you was cooking with after that?
So at this point, it was me and my cousin as a group. There was a set of twin boys that was a R&B group. There was a girl who was a R&B artist, and then there was another guy, solo artist. He was a rapper, white boy. He was actually pretty dope. And when we first got back, we did a lot of great development there. So like it wasn't like everything was a total wash. We learned a lot. We learned a lot of what not to do. We just never felt like we would have to, utilize those what nots to do or what to look for when with our own people. Where like we didn't think the motherfuckers teaching us was gonna be the ones that was reaching. You know what I mean? So over a short period of time, like we ended up finishing a project. We did two of those songs ended up being synced to a movie called Witness to Murder. So that was my first sync opportunity. And then after that, we kind of just fizzled apart as a collective. And then, that's when I ended up staying, and everybody else went back home. And that's, when I started to get introduced to different people in the industry, and it started going to a different level at that point. Because now, we're in Vegas, and so shit is way different. And
Hello.
you know the folks in the circles from Vegas. So you start being in rooms with, you know, the Lil Waynes and the Drakes before they became the Drakes, and, you know, the Tigers before they became Tyga, and all of that kind of stuff. And, you know, you start to see a lot of these parallels that you were warned about, or ultimately became pitfalls, and you really learn to maneuver. So I looked at that first opportunity as like, and the first opportunity, meaning that group with my cousin, I looked at that as like high school. And then that next situation with my other cousin Dante, and you know, the twins and all of them, I looked at that as college from an experience standpoint, right? So by the time I get to Vegas, I'm on it. You know what I mean? I've got 2 sync placements. I feel like I'm rocking and rolling. I feel like I'm the shit. I feel like I'm this, I'm that. I got this film company, so I'm doing all of these independent videos. You know, Vegas Nights, California Days. That was me. A lot of the stuff that, you know, the Pack did in Vegas, and, you know, Suge and T World and all of them, like those were all our productions. You know.
That's right.
And you know, so it really opened our eyes to a lot of things and how people was maneuvering, and I was getting the bag. Shit. I was getting the bag.
Hello, and still getting the bag. Hello, so, cause definitely, truly, it's so crazy because you know your name was ringing in the streets, but I had not met you.
Mm-hmm.
But I knew, you know, like I said, we know the same people, we know the
Yep.
same circle,
Yep.
so that's why it's like crazy. Years later, we connect. Because if we would have met in the city, we would have been just like this.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? So we
For
would have been.
sure. Hell
We've
yeah.
been doing the same thing we doing now, so I already knew so. But timing is everything. Timing
Yes,
is
sir.
everything. So, real quick, I do want to take a quick pause in the story to talk about the Vegas scene because a
Okay.
lot of people don't understand the Vegas music scene because they know it's the entertainment, the strip.
Mm-hmm.
They know, you know, slot machines and, you know,
Right.
escorts and stuff like that. But they really don't talk about like a artist from Vegas, like rep, you know, because you know it's like every other
Right.
city. A lot of people hate on
Right.
people. So let's talk about why hasn't there really been a superstar on the rap side to come out of Vegas?
On the rap side,
Yeah,
uh, you know, I think the problem with rappers coming out of Vegas, and you know, again, the homies would always be salty at me for saying this, but I just shoot it straight, right? The problem is the way that Vegas is built. Vegas is the entertainment capital, right? So when you think about Vegas, you think about shows, you think about casinos, you think about Celine Dion, or you know, Wayne Newton, or
yeah,
you know, Elton John, or something like that. You don't think hip hop, because when people think of Vegas, and you know this, they think Vegas is just a strip of casinos. They don't think that there's an actual city in Vegas.
yep.
So everything to them is the illusion of this strip. So Vegas is kind of at a disservice when it comes to the talent, especially on the hip hop side. But you got motherfuckers like Imagine Dragons that come from Vegas, and you know, in pop, and they some of the biggest motherfuckers out there. Same thing with Neo on the R&B and pop side. So I mean, great people come from there, but I don't think Vegas gets the respect of it being an actual city for a hip hop artist to emerge from there. And that's just my
That's
thought.
cooking, Chili, cooking. And I was about to say Dizzy Wright because you know Dizzy Wright probably has been the most visible
Right,
artist, you know what I mean,
right.
coming from out of Vegas, but still a lot of people haven't really heard of him like that. You know what I'm saying? Like he's still doing his
Yeah, you know, Dizzy is, I would put Dizzy on the low B, and this is no disrespect to Dizzy. He went to school with my little brother, but
yeah.
you know, I would put him low on the B list, high on the C list of artists. And it's not because he's not talented. he just never really had the machine to break out like that. You know what I mean? So he, unfortunately, he's the most successful out of. I mean, there's other people that have been writers like Landlord. He's been doing his thing for
For a long
many
time.
years,
Hmm.
writing, and getting placements and stuff like that. So I mean, there's people doing shit on the back end, but on
Yeah.
the front side, yeah, I don't know.
Right.
I don't
That's
know.
why I asked. That's why I specifically said hip hop, because I know one of the dudes in the Magic Dragon. We work together, so you know what I'm saying. So it's like
Yeah.
different people. I'm like, oh snap! They took a Neo. Neo was in a singing group. I know one of the guys that was in the group with him. So you know what I'm saying. So again, like you said, there has been talent to come from Vegas, and people don't even know that
Right.
about
Right.
that. You know what I'm saying. So
Right.
again, that's why it's like it's crazy, because nobody really looks at it for the music aspect. It's all everything else entertainment, but having a music artist, you know what I mean, there. So that's why I definitely want to get your input on that, my guy.
Yeah, when people think of Vegas, it's the big show. You know what I mean? It's the big show. You come to Vegas to visit. You're not going to what's some of the you're not going to OPM unless you live in that life. You're not going to Dre's unless you live in that life, right? Now you may take your ass over there to the light up in the Bellagio. You may
Yeah.
take your ass over there. You know what I mean? Like, but people aren't going to Vegas to check for rap shows or rappers. There's no rapper with a residency. You know what I mean? The demographic of the people that are frequenting Vegas is traditionally non-urban. You know what I mean? So off top, that's knocking out 80% of traditional hip hop music off top. You know what I mean? And you got to take those numbers into consideration.
Hello.
It's just a fact. Like, it's
Hey,
just a fact.
that's why I can talk to you about that, because you know what I'm saying, you know about that. So all right, well, let's keep the story cooking. I just had to ask you about that real quick, man. But let's keep the story cooking from there. So you getting that to the bag, you doing shows, you doing all that. Let's talk about what happens next.
All right. So I get an opportunity. I get an opportunity. And one, I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. Um, okay, I know what I'm doing as an artist, but I don't know what I'm doing as a business, right? So I'm trying to negotiate things that, one, I don't need to be negotiated, and two, the shit that I'm trying to negotiate ain't actually in my favor. It's just some shit that I heard somebody say, so I felt like I needed that shit too, right? And I came off as being unincorrigible and difficult to work with. And for me, it was like, what? What the fuck are you talking about? Difficult to work with? I've been working with you bitches every fucking day. Like, what do you? And it was just like, we're not interested, and this is why.
Mm.
And it was a moment where I had to do a lot of self-reflection, right? And I had to deep dive and really ask myself if this is what I really wanted to do. And my answer was no, I didn't. I
Mm.
felt like I had put my heart and soul into um, building this artist, becoming this artist. What I thought was building the artist and becoming the artist, right? It's what I thought. It was my perception, my viewpoint, right? And I was just like, if this is what this is supposed to be, I don't want to fucking do it.
Mm.
And that's when I met Devette. And she said to me, well, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think your gift is actually you as an artist. I think your gift is you have the ability to see and hear the talent while it's in the rough. And at first it was, you know how you going through some shit and somebody is telling you something and you know they're saying it because they want you to feel better. You know they're saying it because, you know, they can see that you're hurting and they don't want you to feel like that. They don't want you to feel alone, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of how that felt. But the more I just sat there, the more she explained it. And once she started to explain it, I was just like, damn, I do look at things like this. I do approach things like this. I do. And I saw my pivot. So when I be talking about that, like sometimes that pivot will bring you right back to where you wanted to be in the first place, you know. And that's what happened. I saw the pivot. She gave me the opportunity to carry bags and shit like that and learn from her and shadow her. And, you know, she happened to be a somebody, you know, and that led to, you know, some other opportunities and things like that. But yeah, that's the origin story from artists or beginning artists through the progression and then catapulting into the actual industry. But I did a lot of little jobs within the industry before I even got the opportunity to do what she quote unquote saw in me. Like I still had to pay dues. I paid dues probably 5, 6, 7 times for like 8 motherfuckers. You know what I mean? And so when people are like, oh, well, I've been doing this for, you know, 2 or 3 years, and they feel like they paid dues, I just kind of chuckle on the inside because I know, you know, I know what my journey was like. I can't speak for nobody else. So.
Hello, you telling the truth. They don't
Yes,
know. They don't
sir.
know.
They do
They
not know.
complaining about a little bit of this, a little they complaining. They don't know what the struggle is.
Yep.
So again, you talking that talk right now. That's why we on the Roth Talk podcast, because we talking that talk. So chill. Let's talk about, you know, you go from carrying bags, now you in the game, right? They brought you in the game. So let's talk about that transitioning from being out the game. Now you in the game, and now you're looking around and saying like, hey man, what's going on? So let's talk about your journey. Now you in the
All
game.
right. So now we're post. We're in the early 2000s now, right? So we're, you know, 2003, 4, 5, we would say. So 2003, 4, and 5, I was doing a lot of stuff with Dynasty Motors, Dynasty Records, all of them with My Sean and all of that kind of stuff. And but I'm still like doing my shadowing thing and trying to be a intern. We'll call it. You know, those first couple of years was really a bunch of carrying bags, getting coffee, going to pick up food, doing a lot of the shit that you know people saw on shows like Making the Band, right?
Mm-hmm.
People think a lot of that shit. Well, yes, a lot of that stuff was scripted and staged, but the culture that's an actual culture that was taken and put into a TV format. Like some of the best managers are people who shadow people. You know, some of the best A&Rs are people who shadow people because they got to see whoever it was that they were shadowing, whoever it was that they were working with, you know, on the artist perspective, and whoever it was they were doing the business with on the back end. So they got like the best seat in the fucking house to really, really learn some shit. But it took a long fucking time, man.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, a long fucking time. And it was, and ultimately, what I was told is it was my test to see if I really wanted the life that I said I did, right? And in that progression, a lot happened. You know, radio happened, and then we had the whole situation where, you know, People get fired because of other people. So, you was just a part of the crew, and well, the main guy got to go, so the crew got to go too. And then we start bouncing around, and then I bought the fucking X Radio Las Vegas station, and it just like a lot happened really, really fast, and I fumbled again.
Damn it, man! I fumbled.
I
I
fumbled
did it.
again, my guy. Yes, I did.
Damn it, man. So, let's talk about the radio segment real quick because I'm
Okay.
glad you brought that up. What got you into doing radio? Because it's not an easy gig, my guy.
You know, at that time, it was one of those things where traditional radio was in danger. Like, so we're talking about the birth of X radio, Sirius radio, XM radio. Um, I can't think of who else was moving at that particular time. But there was a lot of satellite and internet radio that was coming onto the scene. And one of the things that was always forbidden from some networks was local music, unsigned artists, because traditionally the record labels were the ones that were paying for the airtime. So you played the artists that were on the fucking playlist, or whomever, whatever the programming director put together. But with the X radio and XM radio, like the reason that I bought that station was actually to showcase the artists that I had on my roster. So I was on some selfish shit, but it was going to benefit other local and unsigned artists by way of the station, because I ain't have enough artists to fill all of the airtime for the whole fucking day with music. But I had enough shit that I could sprinkle in a nice portion where people could get a nice sampling of who that artist was and what they was about. So that's really where the radio thing came into play. I started with that stuff, engineering, radio engineering. So initially working the boards, running the commercials, that kind of shit. And then it progressed into being a personality and having a show and all of that shit.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You already know, man. Shout out to Mike P. And yeah, that shit was fire. I was mad about it, man. You don't even know how mad I was about it because that was such a hilarious segments and show. Like that's what I'm saying. Like had the city on smash. But yeah, that was it was a wild time during that time too. So you already know.
It was like they disassembled us like Voltron, and Mike went one place and Yessie went to San Diego, and I don't even, what I mean? Like I was in Salt Lake for a while. Like everybody was just kind of everywhere for me.
Yeah.
And but that's how it happens.
Yep.
All
right, man. We cooking. Chill. We cooking. So I can't wait to talk about the Zaza part. But we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. So let's keep the story cooking. You got a couple artists, you got the radio station. All right, what goes on after that?
All right, so the same thing that I started experiencing when I was in the group, I started to see happening within the artists that I had. And so now we're, talking about 2000, I would say 7 through 9, or 2006 through 2009, I would say. And I'm starting to see this tension. You know what I mean? And it don't make no sense. We're sharing the limelight. We're putting things in a rotation to where this artist isn't doing more than what their rollout requires. So we can allow other artists to be a part of that, because when you're dealing with multiple acts, especially under the same house, right? I mean, if you're a booking agent or something like that, that's different. You're dealing with multiple acts all the time, but it's strictly for that event, right? But when you're, that production house or that management house or label or whatever, you have to find a way of of creating, you know, balance, some sort of harmony within your artist. And if that's, you know, having certain artists feature on other artists' material, you know, creating something that everybody's on that can be a quote unquote single, that, you know, gives the other members a sense of, you know, they're a part of something bigger than themselves, right? Or other than themselves. And they don't feel left out. But we were still experiencing that shit. And, you know, it just got to a point where I had to start making decisions, you know. Am I going to tighten this shit up, or am I just going to let it, you know, crumble? And that's when I finally felt like I reached my A&R, you know, point where it was just like, yo, here it is, handle the business. And but yeah, I mean that was a tough thing to deal with, because even dealing with it as myself as an artist, it was tough to deal with my own emotions. It was tough to deal with, you know, working with others and in certain capacities, right? Because when you're the creative or the artist, right? Some people feel like it's their way or no way, and sometimes it's like that, you know. But sometimes their way or no way yields shit. you know. But you know, sometimes it'll yield a rough stone, and then it's, you know, up to the pieces and elements around you to cut it and polish it, shape it into what it needs to be. Like I wouldn't allow people to shape it and buff this diamond, right? I felt like I knew what the fuck I was doing, even though I'd never cut a fucking diamond. And that's what I started to see and experience with them. So I ended up letting all of them go and just keeping one artist out of all of the ones that I was working with. And I started to fine tune my artist development skills, my A&R skills. I started to really, this was, you know, right before the vet passed, so I was really like trying to get as much information and knowledge and experience that I could. And because I mean, we didn't know that she was, you know, gonna pass, but I knew I was catching traction with this artist, and I didn't want to fumble again because I had already fumbled twice. You know what I mean? And you know, you don't get too many chances in this industry. People think that you can keep, you know, coming back and striking. You gonna keep coming back, and they gonna look at you like, oh yeah, that's the dude that keep coming with the whack artists.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
But
Once you
yeah,
get known for that, like, oh, here come Mr. Brick.
here
You
comes
know what I mean? He gonna
Mr.
throw a
Brick.
brick.
Yep. Here we come with this bullshit again. And then you might have some hot shit. This be the time you got some hot shit, and they don't even listen to it because you done came with 5 times what does.
That's a fact. They're like, man, we don't even believe in you no more. We don't believe you. So okay, so you got that one artist, y'all getting some traction. So, you know, let's talk about, you know, how it cooked from there.
So, you know, we getting some traction. I convinced him to start focusing on quality versus quantity. And I just started breaking shit down to him. You know what I mean? Like, you know, are you Best Buy or are you Walmart? And a lot of people don't understand that one at first. And I'm like, what type of product are you? Your people have to buy you. So are you a Best Buy product or are you a Walmart product? And so I'm like, if you're a Best Buy product, the product is going to be of a better quality usually. And people think, oh well, it's a Samsung 45-inch, you know, LED TV, and it's a Samsung 45-inch LED TV at Best Buy, so it's the same thing. But the model numbers may be completely different. And the model numbers mean that those internal components are going to be different. They're going to be at a different level, a different quality. So the reason that you're spending $250 less at Walmart ain't because Walmart giving you a fucking discount. It's because the model that you're buying is a cheaper model than a higher quality model at Best Buy. So when you start breaking shit down like that, people start looking at it like, oh, okay, well, I don't want to be no cheap shit. I want to be some real shit.
Hello.
You know what I mean? And you know, we start to, you know, cultivate, explore him more because he hadn't truly found himself as an artist. Um, and I just saw the raw talent in there. We, you know, developed this persona and got things moving, and he's getting in quality studios, and he's, you know, working with some decent features and stuff like that. So he making his move, and then, you know, people, and
Mhm.
you know, he crashed and burned, and yeah, yeah,
Damn
and
it.
it was sad to see, you know, because I mean we're talking about at the time where the internet is really starting to take off for independent artists. You know what I mean? Like we talking about that time when Soldier Boy was really getting it moving and getting people engaged with the internet and MySpace and you know, moving into, you know, the Reverb Nations, the SoundClick, stuff like that. Like there was
Mm-hmm.
a lot of movement. We start taking, you know, fielding meetings, and the celebrities start outweighing the talent. Motherfucker crashing and burning.
Damn it, boy. You gotta hate when they crash out when they got
Yeah,
an opportunity
yeah,
to, you know what I'm
yeah.
saying, do some stuff.
And
So
the cold part about it was he was my brother-in-law, so it was not just, you know, somebody that I worked with, somebody that I knew. I've known this motherfucker since he was a kid.
mm,
You know what I mean? So it was different, but for me, you know, it just really opened my eyes to understanding everything that I'd heard and learned from, you know, my mentors and stuff like that about, you know, you can do your best work. If the artist crash and burn, the artist gonna crash and burn.
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's what that was, man.
Hello, man. They don't understand the role of the A&R. They don't understand. They don't
Nah.
understand. So,
But
you
you
know.
know that led to a lot of other opportunities and you know, contract jobs for, because you know, at this point labels are downsizing the A&R division, right? And so what they're doing is they're hiring people, they're outsourcing that shit. You know what I mean? So a lot of people was like, oh, well, this person is signed to this person. Well, yeah, but they're being developed by people from this label.
Mm-hmm.
This person is signed to this label. Yeah, but they're being developed from people by this label. And, you know, so that, you know, created a ton of opportunities because people were seeing what, you know, folks were doing with artists that had zero name. And, you know, the name was built, the brand was built. It had something that someone could look at and be like, oh, I understand this. There's a plan here. You know what I mean? And over time, you know, we just continue to work on our skills and build the best possible team.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. All right, well, you know
Yes,
I'm
sir.
ready to talk about that Zaza.
Yeah,
Let's talk
let's do
about
it.
that Zaza,
Let's
because
do it.
when you showed me you walking through your facility and she looking and I'm like,
Yes,
hello. So let's talk
sir.
about the start of that, and then we got about 20 more minutes, my guy, and then we gonna get up out of here.
All right. So the za thing, I was at a point um, where I felt like I was burnt out, like burnt out. I had been, you know, trying really hard with this run, with this artist, and you know, it just kind of did what it did. And I was like, you know, I needed a change. I wanted a change. I had, you know, all this equipment, this film equipment and shit, because I had a independent film company, and we were doing, you know, our own videos and commercials and different shit, you know, for people, documentaries and stuff like that. And I was just like, yo, I don't want to do any of this shit anymore. I wanna grow my weed because I've been growing. You know what I mean? I was a breeder. I was breeding, but at this point, you know, it wasn't no legalization in certain states, so you kept shit, you know, real low key. And but you know the strains Blues Clues, Double Tap, G1000, Black Larry Bird, Bizarro, P Funk, Peachy Mack, Tangier Chili. Those is all my strains. You know what I mean? And so I wanted to do something different, and I wanted to explore. And I got an opportunity to go to Washington, and you know Suge from Inglewood. He hooked me up with Bert, and you know I went up there. I checked it out. I liked it. I had a little bit of bread, so I got this license and wasn't able to move the license, and that kind of fucked me up. You know what I mean? Because you know I had left a lot of shit, my family, like literally everything, to you know explore this opportunity, and you know again the shit fucking fumbles, right? And so, you know, I spend the next 3-4 months trying to figure out, you know, what's the plan? You know, what am I gonna do? And I had all this film equipment, and I needed to. I'm like, all right, well, I'm gonna figure this out. I'm gonna do this shit some way somehow. So I need to establish certain things, and you know, the first part of that was the logo, the branding, identifying the demographics, a lot of that stuff. And I put a Facebook post in one of the local groups, music groups in Washington, and I was like, I wanted to shoot some content for a couple artists for free, but it would be like a bartering thing. It would be in exchange for, you know, some services. And that's how I ended up meeting my partner, Riker. She responded to it, but I had met with somebody else, and he was like, I'm going to be real with you. I ain't that serious about this shit, but this is who you should talk to if you for real about it. And we met, we clicked, and it was like from that day forward, I think I spent probably 20 out of 24 hours every day with her for the next 6 months. And we built everything out for the flagship brand, and I gave her all of the services and mentoring that she needed for her company, which was the management and artist development company. And so we ended up being partners in each other's companies, and you know, we're still at a point to where we're like, all right, well, so we've established this, but how do we bring it to market, right? Because we couldn't move this license. It's in a county where there's no water rights, so I can't even bring water in, and there's no electricity. And you know, for the type of weed that we're growing indoor. We need both of those things. It ain't like we doing greenhouse hoop hut shit, you know.
Right.
And so it didn't work out. But then we ended up linking up with somebody that had a license in a facility, and you know we had worked out all of the terms, and the deal was in place, and we found the funding, and everything was ready to go. And then I went home. I went home to celebrate my birthday, and my cousin kept saying, "Yo, you need to meet my friend's brother. He's trying to get into business, and you know, he does this, and I'm like, I really wasn't interested in taking the meeting. I wasn't. I had found my funding. I had found the facility. I had the licensing. I had the partners. I had the genetics. I felt like I had everything I needed to make it happen. And he bugged me, and he bugged me, and he bugged me, and finally I said, all right, I'll meet with him. He said he just wanted to check out a business plan to see what it would look like, you know, what type of investment would look like, what terms would look like, et cetera, et cetera. So I'm like, all right, cool. You know, I let him check it out. He started asking me a bunch of questions. And then his family starts cooking. And they cook good, man. They cook good. We start having a conversation. We start eating good. Modelo start rolling. And next thing you know, I'm actually thinking, damn, did I make the best decision?
Mm.
And by the time we got done with that dinner, I had realized that maybe I didn't make the best decision, and maybe we needed to reevaluate or reassess. And so I left that dinner meeting. I called Riker and I told her that I was having second thoughts about closing the deal. And she said, "What the fuck, Chill?" Exact word. "What the fuck, Chill? You're supposed to be home on vacation for your birthday, not fucking,
Having
structuring a
business
different deal."
deals.
Yeah, and but I told her, I was like, I need you to trust me on this one. It feels better, and ultimately, it ended up being the best possible opportunity because one, we ended up retaining 100% ownership of the brand. 100% control of the brand, and then that allowed us to create additional brands to complement the flagship brand. So everything ultimately worked out, though.
That's fire, man. That's fire. Because again, like you said, you were just going. It's crazy how certain things work because, like you said, you weren't even gonna try to take the. You know what I
I
mean?
wasn't
You
even
was
gonna take
like,
the meeting.
yeah, man, I already got everything solidified. I'm Gucci. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so that's dope. All right, so now we got one more segment I got to talk to you about, and
Okay.
that is this disc golf that you got going on because I never
Yo, so
heard of it.
you finna get me fired on as soon as I get to the course. You put disc golf champion in the damn.
You not the
So,
champion?
well, okay, so I have wins,
Okay,
okay, but
I'm calling you the champion.
I
I'm
ain't no
calling you
world
my
champion.
champion. You
I
my
ain't no
champion,
elite
goddamn
champ. Like, I
it.
have wins, okay.
Okay.
So actually though, I guess I am the champion. I defend my title for the Battle of the Osage Hills on the 30th of this month. I did win that last year, so I mean, I got some wins, but I don't consider myself no
Well,
champion. My sponsor,
I
I see my sponsor in the contact in the comments. JKJ, what up, John? They are my disc golf sponsors, so they make it possible for me to travel and wear the apparel that I wear and
well,
have the supplements that I need to keep it going.
well, we
But disc
speaking
golf
it
is
in the
my
future.
shit, man.
We speaking it for the future then, Chili, because you're gonna be a champion. I felt like you was a champion already. You're
So
gonna be a
yo,
champion.
my master's ranking. So I started last year. I got hurt, right? I started this season at 5,326 in ranking for the world, right? Now this is
Mm.
out of I believe 300,000 players. Um, through my play this year, I'm down already up to 288. So I moved,
Jeez.
5,000 slots just playing good this year from not being injured. So I mean, I got some chances to do some things.
You gonna
It's
do some
definitely,
things, my guy,
yeah,
but tell me about it though. I never heard about it till you. I'm being honest.
okay.
I've
So
seen it,
check
but
it out.
I never heard about it. So
You heard of
break it
golf,
down
right?
to us. Yes, sir.
All right. So with golf, you got the ball, and then you have the hole, and the objective is to get the ball in the hole, right? In golf, you have a golf bag that got different clubs. You got your drivers, your wedges, your putters, your different things like that. And every one of those drivers or every one of those clubs do different things, right?
Yes,
It's the
sir.
same thing with disc golf. You got a disc and you got a basket. And you have so many throws or strokes to get from the tee pad into the basket just like you would with golf. So eagle is an eagle, a birdie is a birdie, a par is a par, a bogey is a bogey, double bogey is a double bogey. But the difference is, unlike golf, where you're traditionally in these open ass fairways, we play in open fairways, we play in the woods, we play on hills, we play
Mm.
in all these different terrains, and the different discs, you'll see a person, they may be carrying 20 discs or so, but every single one of those discs, unless it's a duplicate of a disc that's like kind of worked in, they all do different things. So some of those
Mm.
discs gonna go straight, no matter how hard or it's going straight. Some of them, when you throw it flat, it may go right. Some may go left. Some may go far and left. Some may, you know what I mean? So the disc is just like the club. And so when you think about it like that and you kind of attribute it to golf, it's literally golf with a disc in a basket.
Now,
Um,
now, how far are you throwing the disc? Is it like golf? Like you know how golf them hitting it mad far. So is it the same? Like, and do you? And then if your disc falls, do you like pick it up from that area?
yeah, so if the area is OB or out of bounds, just like with golf, you mark it from where it was last inbounds and you add the penalty stroke onto that. But yeah, I mean, your elite players, like high level elite players, they're throwing on average um, 400 to 550 feet
What?
on average.
What?
Um,
What?
my max is 405. My average is around 360 right now. But yeah, and the thing,
Wow.
the weight of the disc matters. So just like with bowling and shit, right? You got your 12 pound, there's 10 pounder. It's the same with that. So you may have lighter weight discs that are designed to maybe glide further, heavier weight discs to deal with the wind and stuff like that. So yeah, it's a super dope thing. It's a lot of money being brought into the sport right now, and it's the fastest growing sport in the world.
Mm.
Before COVID, there was 40,000 PDGA players. And the PDGA is the Professional Disc Golf Association, just like the golf has PGA.
Hmm.
And now we're over 300,000.
Oh
So
wow.
yeah, in just that short period of time, it took them. Disc golf started in 1976, and
Mm.
yeah, a lot of people don't know it's been around for a really long time, and yeah, it's it's you got motherfuckers out there with $10 million contracts, man.
Shit. Now hold on, Chili. What got you into this? You know what I'm saying? What got you into go doing disc golf?
As a
Because
player or just into the sport period.
just into the sport period. Because a
All
lot
right,
of I mean,
my
I ain't had known of my
introduction.
brothers.
Yep, my introduction. Me and Riker, we were in Washington, and we were trying to figure out things we could do to kind of like help boost community and stuff like that. That wasn't, the traditional stuff that you normally see, right? And disc golf was one of those things that Washington as a state has a really big community. We had ties to a professional player, and we decided that that would be a good opportunity, so we sponsored that player. And
Hmm.
then that got me out to events and, seeing different things and messing around. But then, when my mom passed away, I really I think disc golf was probably the thing that brought me back to the world. Because, when your OG go, that do something to you, man. You
That's
know
a
what I
fact.
mean? That
I know.
that that
That's a
that
fact.
do something to you. And I was in a really, really dark space to where like I didn't want to associate with people, didn't want to be around people. I felt like everybody was SpongeBobbing me, meaning that they were just like sucking my energy. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Like I literally felt like I was being drained. And one of my buddies was like, "Hey, you should come out and throw some plastic with us." And so I got out, and we was playing, and it was different.
Hmm.
It felt different. I felt like I was reconnecting back with nature. I could hear the birds chirping. I could hear the squirrels on the tree, and that I felt like I felt life again. And
Mm.
so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna keep on playing. And then the more I played, the better one that I got. And some of us just have that competitive edge in us, and I wanted to do better or be better, so I started setting goals, and then it just kind of went from there.
Hello, hello, hello. Nah, I feel you, my guy. It's crazy how certain things like draw you to, doing something different? And again, like you said, you needed to get outside, because
Yes.
I know exactly that feeling, my guy. You kind of, you kind of just trying to figure it out from there.
Yep.
Like, man, I don't know what to do. I don't know what's
Yep.
going on. So
Yep.
yeah, that's crazy. You develop that love for disc golf, man. So, all right, man. Well, we've been cooking chill, man. So we get down to the last nitty gritty of the interview. So I got a couple more questions for you real quick. And then I want you to give the people, like, for those who want to get into the music industry, your professional, feedback on what they should be doing. So real quick, you got to tell me, who are your top 5 MCs, my guy? Top 5 MCs.
Are we talking current or all time?
Whoever you want to put on your list. Current, old,
My
new.
my top 5 in no specific order is actually pretty easy. Jay-Z, Lil Wayne, Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole. That last one I gotta give to Scarface. But that would
Mm.
be my top 5 right there.
Okay. Now, if you had a chance to be an A&R for any artist, who would you want to be an A&R for?
Whoo. Wow. Um, Ariana Grande.
Okay.
Ariana
Tell us
Grande.
why, real quick. Tell us why.
I think Ariana has all of the components to be a Madonna, to be a Taylor Swift. She has them, but I don't think that they've ever, her pieces haven't been placed on the board correctly for her to win right. You know what I mean? They've been placed on the board for her to get it, but not to like really take it there. She would be one that I would, because once you start removing all of the nonsense from that, you know what I mean, from her as an artist,
Mm-hmm.
you really can't deny the talent piece of it. It's
Yeah,
really the
Eric.
it's really the annex, you know what I mean? So if you tighten up her performancing, get her to actually work with her vocal coaching, and like she has the look, she has the she got the charisma. That would be somebody that I would definitely want to take a look at.
Okay.
Cardi B would be the second one.
Okay. Nah, that's some great answers right there, my guy. Now, just trying to put, since we're speaking of A&R, if you had a chance to A&R a dream project, who would be some of the artists that you would put on this dream project? It could be dead or alive. It could be whoever. Like, if you just had a chance to make Chili's Fire Project, you know what I'm saying? You got 5 records. Who would you put on there?
I'm going Outkast.
Mm.
I'm going. Um, wow, that's a deep one right there.
Yeah, I did my
Yeah,
homework. I did
uh,
my homework.
yeah.
Hello.
So okay, I'm going Outkast. I'm going Mobb Deep. I'm going. So
Mm.
that would take care of the groups. I would go with Ice Cube. I would go with Future, and I would go that last slot. Ooh, wait, who's going in that last slot?
Because that's some fire you got right there.
I'm I'm putting Bad Bunny in there too. Yep, Bad Bunny.
Mm.
It's either gonna be Bad Bunny or Bruno. One of they like they so neck and neck for me, but I would probably say Bad Bunny. Yep.
Okay. All right. Bet. All right. Now I gotta have, it's 2 separate questions.
Okay.
Now, since you was an artist, tell us, what's one thing an artist should do when they're thinking about, or give us some advice for an artist who's wanting to get into this music business in 2024. What would be some advice you would give them? And then the second question is, what about if somebody wants to be a manager slash A&R in 2024?
All right. So for the artist, one of the biggest things is accepting the fact that you are going to have to recondition the way that you think. Um, People get fixated on doing things their way. People get fixated on not wanting to take constructive criticism or advice from people who have actually done it and are there. Um, those are some of the biggest barriers that the artist will go through because it's going to close so many doors. The opportunities will never truly present themselves. You know what I mean? So instead of going into something trying to change the game, you're never changing the game. You're playing your game within the game. If you can accept that you cannot change the game, ain't nobody coming in. Who the fuck ever changed the game, bro? Let's just be real. Who changed? Has artists gotten more money? No.
Nope.
If anything, they getting less fucking money, right? So all these people coming in talking about, oh, I'm coming in independent, me and my squad gonna do this, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. Have they changed the fucking game? No. They played their game within it. That's the only way you are going to win. You are going up against the machine. So do you want to grind against the machine? Pause. Or do you want to, work efficiently with this machine?
Right.
You know what I mean? So just, having that ability to understand you're going to have to change the way you think because you're going into a realm of experiences that you've never experienced. So if you can't change the way you think, you're going in with this preconceived expectation or preconceived notions on how things are supposed to be versus allowing it to be and learning from that experience. That's what I would say to artists that are trying to get in at this stage of the game in today's industry.
Hello. You cooking, Chili? You know I call you Professor Chili. You know that. So,
on
all right.
On the manager A&R side, so this one's a little trickier because not all areas have a scene, right? If you look at places like, and I'll use the Pacific Northwest because we operate out of there. When you get outside of Seattle and Portland, there's really nothing up there in Washington, Oregon, Idaho, certain parts of Utah, Colorado, until you get to like Denver or Boise, right? So you don't have a scene in a lot of these places. One of the easiest things that people can do is start to build relationships with managers within the region or artists within the region and start finding out where they're at, what their needs are, and what services that you can provide if you're in the position to provide a service. If you're looking to become one of those things, then you really need to start learning who the booking agents are in your areas and start to, work with and shadow them because they're the ones that are going to be able to introduce you to the talent and the managers and the tour managers and stuff like that you'll need to have access to in order to build yourself up. So those are some of the tips that I would do. And just be more active and engaged socially. Mm-hmm. You'd be surprised how many of the people that we admire, that we are inspired by, or whatever we want to call it, that are actual, real, down-to-earth people. And if you reach out to them professionally, they will reach back.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? But don't do the dumb shit like people do to us. And it's like, I may tell somebody, hey, we may be in a room or something, and I'll say, well, shoot me an email, right? And then you shoot me an email, and all the email is a link to whatever it is that you want me to listen to. I don't know who the fuck you are. I don't know how the fuck I'm supposed to contact. Like, what type of feedback am I supposed to give this random ass email that has no introduction? That you didn't even say hello. You know what I mean? You literally just dropped a link and sent that shit. And what I'm supposed to do with that? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So take yourself as a professional and understand that the way you contact people. They have that expectation. They've earned that expectation to be contacted professionally. And if you can't expect that, that's very important. They earned that right. They done that shit. They paid their dues. Y'all still you ain't. Like it's gonna take a whole lot of what that thing say? You motherfuckers is a 16 girls. You know what I mean? You got some big ass shoes to fill over here. You know, these are some 12s, right?
Hello.
But understand where you at. Understand there's levels to this shit, and understand that you're not gonna be able to leapfrog like you think you are unless you got big pockets with contacts. Like the big pockets don't even matter anymore if you don't got the contacts to complement that. You know what I
That's
mean?
a fact.
So, that would be my advice. You know, and
Hello.
if people get stuck at any portion of their journey or whatever, you can hire a motherfucker like me and we'll help you get there.
Hello. Holla at him. He available. He available. So speaking of being available, Chili, tell the people where they can find you, what you got going on now, and then we're gonna have you give us your final word before we get up out of here, my guy.
Well, me, man, I hate social media and all of that. I do it because I have to. And Riker, if you are watching this, just know, and I'm saying it publicly. We passed 5 years. I was only supposed to have social media for 5 years, and then I was supposed to transition to somebody else because I personally felt like social media was the downfall of the traditional family unit. That's my thoughts, and we can talk about that.
We got having it.
Have more,
Yeah, we'll
more,
have part two on that one. We'll have
yeah,
part two.
yeah, but so I would say be engaged and just make it happen. For me, you can find me on Clubhouse Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to noon or 8 a.m. to noon Eastern. You can
Hello.
also catch me at 8 p.m. Eastern on Monday nights where I do the Artist Development 101 class. Outside of that, you're going to catch me at a disc golf tournament or something like that. I don't really be doing the most because, I'm a board member of a political association. I deal with, a lot of, legislators and stuff like that with, writing bills and getting them moved through the chambers and stuff. So I don't be outside like that. So that's where you gonna find me is there. But as far as what we got, oh, so today is March 12th. We have Circle Theory, and you can check that out on all platforms. Active right now. You know, be a dope ass visual of that. Of Oblay on the radar. Just did the Washington Park thing. Well, I forget what it's called, but Take a Seat and Rap or something like that. And, just did a show with, Russell. And it just got a lot of really, really good stuff going on, really, really good traction. And taking a whole lot of fucking meetings with some really important people that wanna do some stuff. So, um, you
Okay.
know, you're doing the right shit when you try to schedule meetings a week out, and they're like, no, 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 let's do it Thursday. Only because they know you have another meeting with another label on Friday, so they want to, get their little pitch in first. So I mean, it's been really, really good, man. Really excited for him. Yesterday was also his 23rd birthday, so this is Michael Jordan birthday. So he's in a good space. Riker's in a good space. Videographer Nash is in a good space. All of the team is in really good spaces. So yeah, man, we just pushing forward. Tessa got a lot of stuff going on that she's gonna be putting out, and yeah, I mean, I'm just really excited for everything PNW and direct influx because that's what it's about.
Hello. Cooking. So we got to get Chili last word before we get out of here. So if you're gonna go ahead and leave all the listeners with words of encouragement, advice, whatever you want to end the podcast with, my guy, you got the floor.
All right. So I'm big on energy. I'm really big on self improvement, self reflection. Um, I encourage everyone to give themselves grace, allow yourself to stumble, because that's where you're gonna really find who you are and what you the finding yourself, you know, sorry, finding yourself is really why behind whatever the negative talk, because we all do it. We all have these thoughts in our heads that, prevent us from doing things. If it's putting out a project, if it's dropping a single, if it's putting a video out, if it's, taking a chance at modeling, whatever it may be, we all have these self-doubt things that tend to hold us back. And always listen to your inner rock star, because that motherfucker is dope. That motherfucker inside of you, that is a dope motherfucker. There's not another motherfucker like him, and let the world get that. And that's all I got for him, man.
Hello, 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 inner rock star.
Yes,
Listen, man, you
sir.
gotta know you a superstar, goddamn in
Yes,
your own
sir.
right. You know what I mean? So nah, Chili, thank you so much, my guy. You gave us so much like dope information. Let us know about your, you know what I mean, beginning stages to how you got to now,
Yeah.
man. So thank you again, my guy, for pulling up.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you having me, man.
Yes, sir. So you already know we got more to talk about it. We definitely got to do another podcast soon, my guy, because
Hmm.
you know what I mean? There was still a lot more we didn't discuss,
Oh, yeah, oh,
but we
yeah,
definitely
yeah,
gonna,
yeah, for
you
sure. We
already
kind of
know.
breezed through. We
You
kind of breezed through
know what I'm
through
saying? It's
decades
a
real
warm
quick.
up. Right, right. You know, just a quick little, wrap up for him. But again, thank everybody who stayed tuned, kept it locked. I know we had a little technical difficulties, but we made it through. We
Yes,
here.
sir.
So again, man, this has been the Roth Talk podcast where we talk that talk. And this is my host, my guest. I'm the host, Rothstein, with my guest, Chili Mack, and we out this thing. So, hey, we holla. Peace.